There was no water in the place, and the people gathered against us, accusations in their face, and a deep consuming distrust. If only we had died, they cried, when our brothers fell before the Lord. Why have you led us here to die with one angry, thirsty chord?
He brings water from the rock, in the desert, in the drought. When your weary soul is lost, and your faith is full of doubt, He says, speak to it, my child, and watch the rivers flow. Water from the rock so wild, His mercy let it show.
And Moses and Aaron fell face down at the entrance of the tent. The weight of leading this whole crowd, for a moment it was spent. And the glory of the Lord appeared, a holy, blinding flash to calm the fury that they feared and prevent a total crash.
He brings water from the rock, in the desert, in the drought. When your weary soul is lost, and your faith is full of doubt, He says, speak to it, my child, and watch the rivers flow. Water from the rock so wild, His mercy let it show.
Hurt and anger struck the rock not once but twice. You rebels, must we bring you water? He forgot the sacrifice. The water still came pouring out. 1,000,000 lives were saved, but the consequence of the angry shout was a promise that He gave.
He brings water from the rock, in the desert, in the drought.
When you're
When your weary soul is lost, and your faith is full of doubt, He says, speak to my child, and watch the rivers flow. Water from the rock so wild, His mercy let it show.
You will not enter the promised land, because you did not trust in me. You did not hallow me as holy, as grand. Before the people you could not see. Oh, the weight of a single act, when the pressure is too high to treat the rock with the respect that lifts Him up on high.
But He still brings water from the rock, in the desert, and there in the drought. When your weary seal is high, when your faith is full of doubt,
He is faithful, He provides, even when our faith is small. In His mercy He still hides and answers when we call. We speak to the rock today. We don't have to strike it again, for the rock was struck once for all. In Jesus, amen. The water flows freely now from His riven side and heart, a never-ending healing flow that will never, ever part. So when I'm walking through the desert and I cannot find a spring, I'll speak to Jesus, my Redeemer, and I'll watch the praises ring.
He brings water from the rock, in the desert.
shore. For he was struck so I could drink and never thirst again. From his heart my soul will link to the living water, amen.
He brings water from the rock in the desert, in the drought. When your weary seal is lost and your faith is full of doubt, he says, come to me and drink, and you will never thirst. Water from the rock, I think
Of his love from first to last.